Hello. Hello. There are currently no viewers. eh, it's fine. It was kind of impromptu anyway. Hello, everyone. Oh, hello. Welcome. Yes, I got the chat to work. Oh, this is awesome. Oh my goodness. Hello, hello. This is great. Hi, everyone. How am I? I'm good. I'm a little tired. I was very busy today, so I didn't even know if I would do this stream at all, frankly. But I'm all right. I'm doing pretty good. I'm just tired. It was hot outside and I'm sweaty, so sorry about the voice quality. I need to have my fan on full blast, otherwise I'm going to be sweating so much. Hi everyone. Hi. So this is kind of a more impromptu stream. I'm mostly just trying to figure out if I can get the chat box to work, if notifications on here will work, if you guys can hear me. I hope you guys can hear me. Let's see. Raccoon, that is a good question. No idea. I have a bit of writer's block, especially when I'm working on so many different projects at the same time with my animatics, comics, that kind of thing. I got a lot of stuff I'm working on. I'm trying to write the next chapter of, I'm assuming you mean the Renaissance fanfiction. I'm trying to work on that one. I was stuck on that for a while of what I wanted to even do, because I was debating between switching perspectives. But I think I figured it out. I just actually have to write it now. Alright. Quick question. Are you gonna continue the Rise Fantrix with the comics with the OC? Yes, I am. I take a while because I'm slow, and I also am making animatics and stuff for YouTube, so I have to balance it out with that, and then, of course, just daily life, that kind of thing. What is Ren's mystic power? I mentioned this in a previous stream, but basically she has the ability to create copies of herself that can do tasks for her. They can help her fight. And I also created this little gimmick with her magic or mystic, where whenever she calls a copy back to her, then it'll kind of make her and the copy move together like magnets, so she can use that to project herself to places or pull herself away from somewhere. I liked the idea of Leo's mystic, where he could teleport between his two swords, and I wanted to do something similar, but I didn't want it to be exact, obviously, so I chose to have that as a gimmick for her mystic powers. Hope that makes sense. Sorry, I'm having difficulties. My broadcast stopped. Let me fix this. Goodness, this is gonna show up on screen, isn't it? Dang. Well, okay, we'll just do this. Alright, I'll be back soon. Just a second. Don't worry, guys. I'm still here. Okay, am I back? I think I'm back. Yeah, nailed it. I'm so good at these things. I'm just the best with technology. Okay, sorry, I missed a lot of comments here. I'm trying to look in two different screens because one of them is really tiny and I can't read it, so I'm looking at a different one so I can read it better. Here, let me see. Can I just do this? Yeah, that should work. Is that trebuchet. Nice. Either my internet sucks or you're really laggy. Yeah, I don't know what's going on, but it's like really lagging this time. I guess it's because of the new setup. I'll have to figure out how to fix that at some point. Basically, my live streams at the moment are just me trying to work out new things. Oh, I tried to also add notifications, so if someone subscribes or they donate some money, then there should be a little GIF that'll pop up in that in the in the little corner screen up there. Hopefully, that's the plan at least. That's how it should work. Let's see. Oh, you're a big fan. Thank you. Mono Among Us. Like Little Nightmares Mono and Among Us. I have Among Us designs for Little Nightmares. If you want to check out my Etsy, Ren's Random Crafts, I have a Mono Among Us figurine. It stopped again. Wonderful. This is just a beautiful, beautiful thing happening right now. Oh, I love technology. It's just the greatest. How can I just make it so it just stays? Can that just please stay? Come on. I can do this, no worries. Technical difficulties, don't mind me. I love being a live streamer. If I didn't have a low budget setup, it might be easier, but I'm not sure. Broadcast. Come on. I can get it to work, don't worry. It'll work. Definitely this time. Let's see. Back here. There. Click. Wonderful. Just why? Why are things the way they are? You ever just like try to do technology and it just doesn't work? Isn't that just the greatest? Okay, let's see. I can do this, I can do this. I know what I'm doing. Definitely. Go here. Go back here. One more time. Okay, one more time, and if it doesn't work this time, I'm just gonna go without the face cam. Okay, come on. Then Hello. I've returned. I'm so sorry about that. Yeah, if it does that again, I'm just gonna not do face cam anymore, cause that's a lot of trouble, and I don't know if it's worth it for this stream. This is just a chill hangout stream, just just hanging out, just looking at things. Da, da. Is that a VTuber model or the model you're using from that one stream app? It's the one I'm using from that one stream app. I don't have money to get an actual model. I would like one, definitely. I would definitely like one, but not in the budget currently, unfortunate. Hopefully one day I'll be successful enough to get one. That would be really nice. That would be awesome. Hello, Savannah, I am a fan of your work, and I love the Little Sister comic. Renaissance is a sweet turtle. Thank you, I try really hard. I hope she comes across as, like, genuinely sweet and not Mary Sue sweet. I try to make her not Mary Sue-ish, but it's kind of hard for me to determine that, especially when she is already self-insert, so hopefully I accomplish that. And it froze again, so we're just gonna roll with this instead. You guys can still hear me, right? At least you can hear me. Yeah. We'll just keep it on my frozen face. It'll be frozen for a while. That's okay. That's okay. We're just chilling. We're just having fun. Someone found something amazing at Toys R Us. Let's go. Trebuchet is the best word. Yeah, sure. Definitely, 100%. No, wait, hang on. I have to pronounce it correctly. Trebuchet. Trebuchet. Yeah, definitely pronounced that right. Trebuchet. Oh, that sounded like something else. Never mind. Found a 3,000 piece Ninja Turtle puzzle at Toys R Us. That's awesome. That's awesome. I think she's very sweet, and Myosi is pretty self-insert too, but Renaissance is great, and I'd love to see more of her. Yeah, I like that everyone seems to like her. I tried to make her not too corny, but like enough for people to latch on to her, if that makes sense. I don't know. I'm just trying, guys. I'm just trying to do something fun, but also try to make it well written at the same time. We're doing a bit of both. We're doing a bit of self-indulgence while also trying to have some kind of standard. That's something good to aim for, right? That's a good thing to aim for. So, I thought let's just chill and hang out and share some fun stories this time. Like, you can ask me questions if you want, but I thought it would just be really fun to share some stories, say some funny things. So, any ideas, or should I just go off on a story that I have in mind? It's a really interesting one I've been saving for a while. I've always wanted to tell it on my YouTube channel, but I never got the chance to because I've never been able to live stream. I think it makes sense, plus it's about having fun, in my opinion. Yes, it's all about having fun. Allison, what would Ren's swim and beach outfit look like? I actually have that designed out. I had one design and then I came up with a different one as well. I can't show it on here because I don't know how. Hopefully one day I can figure that out. But the first design was more tomboyish. She had a black swim shirt, short sleeves, and then kind of like, it's not athletic shorts, but like kind of in that style, swim trunks. So they were black swim trunks kind of thing, but feminine, if that makes sense. But then I was like, hey, I can go more feminine too. So I made a different design where she has a two-piece that's green that kind of goes with her, and I like had to wrap it around her shell, so it looks a little weird, but it's fine. Then I gave her kind of like this side skirt wrap thing that she can have when she's not swimming. I thought it was cute. I'll have to post it on Tumblr at some point because it's mostly just in the background for when I do the eventual mandatory beach episode. I have an idea for that one. I have an idea. I just need to do it, but it's really hard because in my head I see it as like its own episode, like a full-length episode, and it would basically be like my magnum opus up until this point, and I don't know how well I'd be able to do it or how quick I'd be able to do it either. It would take a long time to do. I suppose I could do it in segments. I could make segments of it and see what's going on. Let's see. I don't know why, but I'm drawing too much of my Rise OC. Yeah, no, I mean, it's a lot of what I'm doing currently for the last year. Honestly, it's been really fun, though. I am not complaining that my life is now about Renaissance. She's really fun to write and draw for, and coming up with little backstories and new stories for her. I think it's really cool. If Ren was in Raph's place in Raph's ride-along, what would her encounter with the Mud Dogs be? Would they be friends or no? Jeez, I honestly don't know if Ren would choose to do the ride-along, so it's kind of hard to imagine how that would even go, because doesn't necessarily seem to be in her character to choose to want to do that. It was a similar thing. My brother had mentioned the idea, like, for that episode where they're all exploring the Hidden City, that Ren should go check out the Battle Nexus, and I was just like, no, that's not in her character to want to do. Though I guess the ride-along would be more in character for her than going to the Nexus and seeing stuff. Not really sure how it would go. She'd just be nervous the whole time, mostly, I think. The Mud Dogs might, like, try adopting her, basically, and showing her the ropes of their criminal stuff, and she'd just be freaking out the whole time, just like, I don't want to be a criminal. But they're trying to take her under their wing or something. It could go like that. Maybe that could work. I don't know. I guess that's the best I can come up with for that question. So do you guys want to hear a funny story, something that happened to me? This was years ago, but it happened to me. Do you guys want to hear it? No, wait, hang on. Finally made my YouTube channel and posted my Rise OC. Oh, cool, I'll have to check that out. I'll have to see what you do. Currently on stream, so I can't really do that at the moment, but I'll check you out later. That'd be awesome. So, since it's so quiet, I'll go ahead and tell my interesting story, because we're just chatting, having fun. Oh, sorry, Ren, I had to go customize my avatar in reality. Lol. That's awesome. Don't worry, it's fine. It's fine, guys. So, okay, here's the story. Well, for some context, I guess. I have 3 kinds of insomnia. If you didn't know that was a thing, neither did I. I didn't know that there were 3 kinds of insomnia, but here we are. Now, I'm gonna be real with you. I don't remember, like, the specific names of what the insomnias are, because it's science words that I don't comprehend. But basically, it basically sums up to not being able to fall asleep, not being able to stay asleep, and waking up way too early and not being able to go back to sleep after that. So, 3 kinds of insomnia. But at some point, this is also totally unrelated to the insomnia, but I had misplaced the discs in my jaw, which made it impossible to open my mouth wide enough. and it hurt really bad. So the doctors decided to give me some muscle relaxants so that I could like go to sleep and it wouldn't hurt. But it turns out the muscle relaxants actually helped me just get to sleep in general and stay asleep for longer. So even after I'd gone through physical therapy for my jaw, they let me stay on the muscle relaxants so that I could actually stay asleep, and it helped with my insomnia. Great, right? Because nothing else had worked at that point. Melatonin sucks. So, anyway, the muscle relaxants, though, if for some reason I don't fall asleep or I wake up while the medicine is still kicking, which is rare, but it does happen frequently enough. If that happens, I will hallucinate. And I don't know why. Apparently it's not supposed to do that, and I'm the only one it does it for, so don't know what's wrong with me. But in this one particular case, I wasn't able to fall asleep when I had taken my medication. So I was just laying in my room, looking around, and I'm just hallucinating so much. I'm seeing every color of the rainbow, and I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure I saw something related to the Magic School Bus. Right? Okay. So, I think to myself, how am I going to get to sleep? I'm tired, but I'm hallucinating. What do I do? And I think to something that my brother, Hey You, has told me before. If I can't fall asleep, take 2 shots of NyQuil. Now, before I go on, I will say he didn't actually say to take 2 shots of NyQuil, okay? He didn't actually say that. What he was saying was take a shot of NyQuil and then try to go to sleep. And then if an hour later it doesn't work still, then take another shot. Unfortunately for me, I just remembered take 2 shots of NyQuil. Also, I'm tiny, so 2 shots is more than enough for a tiny body. Either way, I was like, alright, I'll go take 2 shots of NyQuil. Surely it'll help. Definitely. 100%. So I get up and leave my bathroom. Well, I leave my room to go to the bathroom. And I take a lot of medication besides the muscle relaxants. So there's pill bottles all over the counter. I go and I don't fill up the NyQuil completely. I fill it up a little bit more than half each time, so I'm not actually taking 2 full shots of NyQuil. Anyway, I take that, and I'm just like, alright, I'm done, I'm ready to go back, let's try to sleep. And I turn towards the door, and as I'm turning towards the door, my arms, like, swipe across the countertop, and I knock over, like, a ton of pill bottles. Some fall into the sink, some fall on the floor, and I stand there for a second, and I'm looking, and I'm thinking to myself, if I try to clean this up, I'll only end up making it worse. I'll just be stumbling about, I'll knock over more stuff, it won't help anything. So I don't touch anything, just leave the bathroom, start walking back down the hall to my bedroom. Then suddenly everything goes black. Next thing I know, I fall into a wall. I get back up, and I'm not like too hurt or anything, I'm fine. So just carefully, very, very carefully, I go back to my room, close the door, very carefully crawl in bed, and as I'm laying in bed, I'm thinking to myself, I am not going to remember this in the morning. Definitely not. Wake up the next morning, I remember. I remember what happened the next morning. And I think to myself, was that a dream? It felt weird. It didn't necessarily feel real. I get up to start the day. I go to the bathroom. Pill bottles are everywhere. They're on the sink. They're on the floor. So it was real. Yeah. That happened. So also, epilogue to that story. That morning I go downstairs, and when my mom and my brother are down there, I tell them what happened that night. And they were so mad at me. They were like, Why did you take 2 shots of NyQuil? That's not good for your tiny body. And I was like, hey, hey, hey. In my defense, I was high. So yeah, that's the story of when I accidentally got high. Don't do drugs, kids, unless it's specific medication that you're given prescription by a doctor. And always make sure to only use the dosage that the doctor recommends. I always do that, so sometimes it just does weird things. So yeah, that's that. Any thoughts on that? Ah, man. So many health problems. I guess Sundew becoming a human will do that to you. I don't know. Wonderful day. Wonderful day. Oh yeah, I don't know if there are new people in the live stream or not. So I'll just say again, I'm hoping we can test this out at some point, but if someone subscribes or donates, hopefully there should be a notification that'll pop up in the corner screen there. I'm really trying to see if it'll work, but I don't know. The rest of the stream isn't working either. I'm frozen, so who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Alright. Anyone got questions? Anyone got comments? Ooh, maybe you got your own silly stories to share. I'd love to hear your guys' silly stories, because we're just chatting. We're just chilling. We're just hanging out. Trying to figure out how stuff will work. I'm at least glad I was able to get this decent screen up. It looks nice. I can actually see the chat on the screen with us. That's very cool. I just wish that 1, I wouldn't freeze. And 2, well, I mean, yeah. Mostly just to see if it'll subscribe. I don't expect someone to donate just for the sake of, like, seeing the notification, but I do hope someone would subscribe so I can see the notification, because it's free. It's definitely free. You should check it out. You should check it out. But honestly, yeah, I'm kind of tired today. Did a lot of stuff. Moving things. Out in the heat. Out in the heat. It is hot. It is summer. And you can tell. But hey, I'm going to hang out with my friends this weekend, so that'll be fun, hanging out with friends. I don't get to go hang out with friends often, because I have very little friends, unfortunately, but the friends I do have are really great. They're really great, guys. I really love them. Yeah. Oh, I don't know if the person's here or will be watching this stream, but someone asked me, who, I think a good voice actor for Renaissance would be. And I was thinking about it, and I was listening to music today while I was in the car, and I heard someone, I was like, hey, their voice could fit. If you know Emu Emmy, she does a lot of, like, Sonic content, Sonic the Hedgehog content. She'll do covers of songs, too. She makes her own songs. I was listening to her voice, and I'm like, hey, you know, she could totally voice Renaissance. I think her voice would suit Renaissance well. It would even help because she can sing, and I love the idea of Renaissance being able to sing and using that to come out of her shell and have some character development. But again, as of the moment, I'm voicing her and I can't sing, so, you know, it would be kind of weird to, like, it'd be weird to make a video and then try to voice act it, and then I sing, and then it's supposed to sound good, but it just straight up doesn't. Yeah. Deki and Ketri say, fact about my Rhizoce. When she was a baby, she had a genetic mutation that made her small, so her twin sister calls her Gnome. That's awesome. That's awesome. I guess I could use a similar excuse to get away with why Renaissance is so tiny, but I just cracked it up to weird science that I don't even know if is accurate or not. It's fine. It's totally fine. We can make up science. It's totally fine. Donnie would have my head for that. Red loves karaoke. I think that after she comes out of her shell, she would really love karaoke. Beforehand, I think she would like mostly to sing alone because she's very shy and doesn't like to be in the spotlight. She might sing a little bit with her brothers for karaoke, but that's about it. But after she comes out of her shell, I like to think that maybe she tries to pursue a singing career, or at least a singing hobby at the very least. I think that would be really cool for her. Definitely not me. Unfortunate. It's so sad. Though, I would like at some point to do a karaoke stream, even if I'll sing and I'll be terrible. I think that'd be fun. I think it'd still be fun. So yeah. I'm drinking my tea. It's nice and cold because it's so hot out. But yeah, if I ever like do higher quality videos with like a bunch of voice acting for Renaissance, if I could get anyone to voice her, or at the very least voice her singing voice, it would probably be Emu Emmy, because I think she sings really well and her voice fits the character. Ooh, what would her favorite songs be? Probably a lot of anime songs. I can imagine her like singing English versions of anime songs. I can see that. I think that'd be really cool. She'd probably also sing like musicals. I think she'd be into musicals, though I guess it depends as well. I love music. I love all different kinds of music. My favorite, of course, are like mostly songs from anime, though I do like a lot of musicals, especially like the classic Disney stuff, like the the Renaissance section of Disney. Those were good movies and those were good songs, and I love those. I wish Disney was doing good nowadays, but they're not really. Encanto was good. The others, recent ones, not doing good. Hopefully that can turn around, though. I think Disney can come back if they really tried. Yeah. Speaking of Disney, I've been listening to a lot of Lydia the Bard's villain music. If any of you guys have heard of her, if you love Disney movies and if you like the idea of Disney princesses turning into villains, she has really good songs for them. I would highly recommend. I was even trying to imagine, like, I have this other more obscure AU that I haven't really done anything with, unfortunately. Is basically my take on what if the turtles turned out to be villains. And I was coming up with, like, I was trying to think of villain songs for them, and I was basically just trying to use some of her songs and putting them in place. And I'm actually using that a little bit to develop a story in my head, because the thing I struggled with that AU is that I don't really have a story in mind. It's just the concept of their villains and their new designs and kind of their new personalities. They haven't changed too much, but, you know, they're evil. But they're still a family unit, so I want to give that AU a little more love, but I don't know what to do with it, so I'll figure it out. We'll see. Dr. Eva, I have this one version of Ren singing like like Party in the USA. That's awesome. Honestly, I'm not really big into most normal pop music, or at least American pop music. It's alright. It's usually not my favorite, though. I guess it depends on the artist. Let's see. I think it started going downhill after Encanto, and I love Lydia the Bard's villain songs. Yes, if you haven't heard of her, she's so good. She's so talented. I was, like, half tempted to give Renaissance's role to her. Like, she sounds really good, but she just doesn't quite fit what I'm going for Renaissance, and I think Emu Emmy suits her better. So, one day, maybe I can pay someone to make a song for Renaissance, because I don't know how to write music. Oh, that would be awesome if I got my own fan song for Renaissance. That'd be awesome. I would love to see it. If any of you guys know how to make music, I would love to either work on it with you or just straight up hear what you have to tell. That would be awesome. Hear what you have to make. That'd be awesome. I don't know any connections though. Yeah. Just chilling out, just chilling out. Are you guys at all curious about that villain AU? If you want, I can like discuss more about it and see if we can maybe flesh something out on stream. I have no idea. I have no idea you were Liv. I was just outside casually roasting myself because I decided to wear black outside. Don't do that, by the way. Lol, relatable. Just that one Thomas Sanders, I think it was a Vine, back when Vine was still a thing, but it's just like, in winter I like to wear a long black sleeve jacket and big black pants, and just summer I wear the exact same thing because I look good in black and I'm willing to suffer. Literally me. I look good in black and I'm willing to suffer. Honestly, I prefer being hot rather than cold though. It's like, it's hot, it's miserable, but I can stand it. Cold, I cannot. Maybe it's something about being a plant, I don't know. I'd love to hear more of the villain AU. Sounds interesting and fun. Yeah. So, I know I have some sketches I made on Tumblr, so if you want to, like, I don't know if you guys are on digital or not. Not digital, iPhone or tablet or whatever, but if you are able to, you can pull up a new tab and look at my Tumblr. It's right on the screen. You can see Ren is Random. You can scroll through and there'll be a villain AU where I have designs of them. So, Raph is all big. I tried to like make their designs also inspired by like the future thems or like how they are by the end of the movie. So Raph lost an eye during training as a child, so he has like, it's not exactly an eye patch, but it's a cool design over his eye. He has a scar there too, to kind of tap into, inspired by like what the weird crane eye thing that happened in the movie. See. Oh, sorry. Hang on. Let me look at some comments. Can I say a funny story that happened between two of my OCs? Yeah, sure. Dr. Eva, it's true. I will smother myself in hoodies and shirts till I suffocate. Yeah, it's literally me. Team and TOC's Mary. While you're writing that out, I guess I'll talk a little more about the AU. So, of course, Raph has that scar over his eye. I guess I should talk about the backstory before I talk about the designs. So the backstory is basically just, what if Draxum raised all of the turtles? I've seen a bunch of other AUs, but most of the time they're separated AUs, for like one or two of them are kept by Draxum. But I kept all of them. I know it's been done before, but again, this is my take on it. I haven't really looked at anyone else's, so hopefully I'm not copying too much. But, so they were all raised by Draxum. They use the mystic weapons that they get the first episode. So they're pretty much masters of their weapons at this point because they've been training since they were like 5 in my story. So Leo's design, I do keep all their colors the same, by the way, just for the sake of identifying who is who easier and to not cause too much confusion. Oh yeah, I also I got rid of all their masks and their designs, because I don't know, I just wanted to see how that would look, and I got rid of the mask and I tried to make them look the same as the show though, but I'm not sure how it worked out. I think I just kind of like grew numb to it because it doesn't really bother me anymore when I look at those designs. I don't know, we'll have to see. Oh yeah, so I also did a similar thing that I know a lot of other people do when they do the Raised by Draxum AU, is that I gave them all number names. So Raph is 1, Leo's 2, Donnie's 3, Mikey's 4, and I'm still debating whether or not I actually genuinely want to include Renaissance on this AU, but if she is included, her name is 5, so there's that. Let's take a break, though. OC Mary, my OC's Mary, and Marigold was having pineapple Sogos on pizza. Donnie overheard them yelling at each other. He popped in and said, "Pineapple does not belong on pizza." It's true, pineapple does not belong on pizza. I'm sorry, it's just, you can't have sweet and juicy fruit on top of a salty, delicious pizza. It just doesn't work. It shouldn't work, at least. I saw that someone made some Spider-Man Spider-Sona designs for the Rise Boys. Have you done that? I have not done that for Ren, though that would be really interesting. I could try to do that and come up with an interesting design for her. It'd probably take a lot after Miles Morales, because I like the idea that Ren uses mostly black, but has like green accents. So I think it looks similar to Miles Morales in that case, since his design is usually mostly black with red accents. I think that could work. So instead of blue, purple, red, and orange, it's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Yeah, pretty much. Again, I've heard other people use that before, but I think it still fits for this one. Do you have an Instagram? I'd love to make fan art of Renaissance. I do not have an Instagram. I mean, technically I do, but I haven't used it in literal years. I don't touch it. I barely even posted there anyway. But you can check me out on Tumblr. I do have, of course, YouTube. I don't know if you guys have a channel or not. You could post it in your community. I don't know if you have that. Yeah. I mean, you could also, I guess, just pull it up on whatever site and I can try to get onto it through just the web, and you could just send me a link or something. That'd be cool. I'd love to see fan art of Renaissance, however you do it. Ren, what is Renaissance's favorite food? I think, well, pizza, because they all love pizza. I think her favorite would be Alfredo pizza, even though technically she needs to have a vegan diet because she's an herbivore, but she cheats on her vegan diet a lot. My favorite's Alfredo pizza, and I think she would like Alfredo pizza too. But besides that, I think she would also really like watermelon. I think watermelon would be like her favorite fruit. Let's see. I think there's one AU by Cupcake Slushy on Tumblr, Empyrean Weeping thing. Johnny was raised by Draxum, Leo by the Foot Clan, and Mikey by Big Mama. I think I saw a little bit of that. I saw that. Yeah, it's really cool, and I think that one's cool. The concept I'm using, though, is that they were all raised by Draxum and not, like, all separated. So they still have, like, a brotherly bond to them, but they're just evil, kind of. Almost. But then not actually. I'll get into that in a bit. Raph's, I think, the one that had a normal childhood and has been landed with 3 traumatized siblings. Yeah, in that one I think Raph was raised by Splinter. I don't know a whole lot of the backstory for that one, though. I haven't been able to keep up with it, unfortunately, but I do like the concept of them all being raised by separate characters and seeing what their lives are like. Of course, being raised by villains can be very traumatizing. So in my villain AU, basically, they're doing what Draxum wanted to do, is to take over the human world, mutate all the humans, or just kill them, basically, so that yokai can go on the surface once again, and all that villain stuff. So they technically see themselves as the hero for yokai, but then they also definitely see themselves as the villain for humans. It's like that one song, Villain. It was by a Korean artist, but it's been made English dubs by several cover artists. One of them, Lydia the Bard. I think it's just called Villain, I think, but it's basically like we all pretend to be the villains, the heroes on the good side, but what if we're the villains on the other? So I was kind of rolling with that. I also made Leo in that one. I guess his name is 2 in this case. I made 2 leader in this from basically from the beginning, or at least by the time they actually start on missions. How I see it, they start training when they turn 5. So Raph 1 starts training by himself at age 5, but 2 and 3 have to watch when they're 4. So they watch training when they're 4, but they don't start it until they're 5, so they can kind of get an idea of what's going on. Raph was kind of the first one, so he didn't really have a good introductory to that. And then I'm trying to decide exactly what age they would actually start doing missions at, because I could go at like age 10. They could do crazy murdery missions. I'm not sure if that's too young or not young enough, though. I'm still debating on that. Let's see. My sister likes that song. I think it's called Villain. Yeah, I think it's just called Villain. I think so. What would Ren main episodes in the series, and what would her role be in the movie? So, like, what episodes would she show up in, or what ideas do I have for episodes? Because I have an idea for an episode. Sorry, hang on. Okay, I'm back. I have an idea for an episode where basically, I mentioned it a little earlier in the stream, where she, they all go on like a family vacations weekend, sort of. They find like some random deserted island somewhere, and they have like a beach day. It's the mandatory beach episode. So the turtles are all there, plus April. They're having a good time, and then they're camping, just hanging out. And then Renaissance eventually meets a mermaid siren that I designed. She's actually in one of the animatics I have, the ex-friend, and the Renaissance Protection Squad. So if you saw that video, you know what she looks like. So she meets them. She thinks they're really cool. They get to know each other. They start becoming friends, and then the mermaid siren is just like, "Hey, so what if I eat your brothers?" Because sirens are they eat people, specifically men. And Renaissance is just like, and then they get into a fight, and they have to fight, and it's really cool. But there's a lot of like cool beach episode activities that they do beforehand. So like, I have it, they have like a race in the water from like across the beach, see who's the fastest swimmer. They have like a volleyball set up, and they play teams, and then they're just bathing in the sands, sunbathing, that kind of thing. Yeah. Sorry, looking at comments again. Wait, so Raph's 1, Leo's 2, Donnie's 3, and Mikey's 4. Yeah. Yeah, I guess it's never... Or if was it confirmed? I don't know. I think I heard somewhere that it was confirmed that Leo was older than Donnie, but I don't know where, and I don't know if it's official or not. We don't really know who is older, honestly. In my version, I made Leo older in the villain AU. Yeah. Ren kind of reminds me of Robin Hood in a way. I don't know why, but I get that vibe from her. I don't know. To me, Robin Hood seems more charismatic. I don't know why. Maybe it's just the movies I grew up on. Renaissance is more awkward and shy. Not really sure if she would do the stealing stuff from the rich to give to the poor. Like, I can see her liking that idea. I just don't know if she would act on it. I don't know. Maybe. I feel like Mike or Leo would just throw a stake at the Siren Lady and run. Yeah. So, a part of the problem of that conflict is that the Siren song can affect guys. So they're kind of under a spell, and so Ren and maybe April and my brother Heyu suggested maybe Leo too, to were the only ones to fight the Siren actually. It was just like Leo, just like, yeah, to maybe imply that he's not attracted to ladies, question mark. And I was like, I mean, it could work. I would have to figure that out. I'm not really good at writing fight scenes though, so I'd probably have to ask Heyu for help. He's really good at writing fight scenes. I'm not. So if he has cool ideas, I could go with that. Let's see. It might be the green that reminds me of Robin Hood. Yeah, green. Yeah, green. Is Robin Hood, like, was he a character that was always associated with green, or did that just kind of happen in all the movie adaptations that I've seen? Because I haven't read the original Robin Hood, I don't think. What kind of shape is Ren? Since Ref is a square, Leo's a triangle, makes a circle. Donnie is a diamond. I think Donnie is actually a rectangle. So Renaissance was a hexagon when I first designed her, and then at some point she became an octagon, and I don't know how that happened, but she became an octagon. So yeah, I even, like, you know those oversimplifying brand logo memes? I designed those for the turtles, and I made them into like little sticker designs. The entire fandom has embraced the fact that Leo is gay or bi. Yeah, pretty much. The majority of the fan base had canons that he is gay or somewhere in the LGBT spectrum. Something like that. But if he is, or if he's just straight, either, whatever you decide for him, it is valid, okay? It's all valid. No hard feelings, okay? It's all just headcanons anyway. We're just here to have fun. We're just here to have a good time. No one's right or wrong. No one's right or wrong. Yeah. Also, Robin Hood in the original thing had his wife make green clothes for all the outlaws to hide in the forest. Oh, that makes sense, actually. That makes sense. I think it just kind of happened. I found a book on Robin Hood while in my room while searching through it like a gremlin. So I'm basically going to be interested in that for a bit. Alright. I don't read... I mean, I read fanfics, but I don't read books. Unfortunate. I probably should, but yeah. He is very fruity. Have you seen that one comic where he's talking to his future self, and his future self is like, hey, you, to make this easier for you, you like men. And he's just like, what? Then he's sulking to Raph later, just like, yeah, it turns out I'm fruity. And Raph is just trying not to burst out laughing, like, so glad you're finally accepted yourself. That was a funny comic. I don't remember who it was, but if you guys know, just leave it in the comments. I want to give them a shout out. That was a great comic. I don't think Leo is gay or bi, but I also don't like pushing romantic headcanons on characters. But that's just me. Yeah, totally valid. Totally valid. Honestly, I don't really like writing romance that much anyway, either. Yes, the lizard yokai bodyguards, yeah. Yeah, I do like, the comics that people come up with for Leo, though. Sometimes they can be cute, sometimes they can be funny. Either way, I think it's fun. I think it's fun. Good times all around. But yeah, I'm not good at writing romance. I tried a few times, and it's like, all right, I guess. I don't know. I I watched 100 Girlfriends. If you the 100 Girlfriends who really, 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 really love you, it's like the final boss of harem anime, and it's actually really good. So I need to take some notes from that show because our main boy Rentaro is the best boyfriend ever, and I want to be one of his 100 girlfriends. I want to be one of them. But yeah, hopefully I can learn some things from that to help me write romance because I'm not good at it. How do you draw in the Rise style? It's kind of hard for me since I'm used to drawing 2012 style. So what I do when I'm learning a new art style is, depending on what it is, I guess. If it's like an official thing, like a big TV show or whatever, I'll do a lot of like tracing over the characters so I can get an idea of what the body type and shape is like. And then I'll start to draw it myself. I'll look back and forth between the character art and what I'm drawing. It's a lot of looking and trying to replicate, honestly. It's a lot of that. I'm not really sure how to explain it besides that, but it's a lot of work. It's really difficult. It took me a little while, especially to get the face shape right for them, but I think I'm doing pretty good now. I have included a little bit of my own art style onto it recently, though. I tried drawing their mouths a little differently because I draw more anime mouths. So when I'm drawing that style of mouth, I kind of like combine it with my own art style, so it's not exactly one or the other. It's kind of in between. It's a lot of trial and error. It's a lot of trial and error, so we can always develop stuff. Honestly, I still struggle with the 2012 art style. Though, speaking of that, I do have an animatic that I'm getting close to completing, but it's not going to be ready for Monday. So I'm going to post a different video. It's a lower effort video, but it was mostly just to like practice editing anyway, so it's just kind of going to be there to fill in some time while I finish up the animatic. So the next Monday I should post the animatic, hopefully, because I'm almost done with it. Let's see. I used to write all romance for my characters when I first started writing, but then I am just like, okay, younger me, some people can be single and still be happy. Yeah, I never was really good at romance, and I don't really understand it that much. I try, but it's a little difficult, and I don't know, it's just weird. I don't know romance. Maybe I'm aromantic, I don't know. Maybe one day I can find someone and it'll just spark. But for the most part, I'm just like, not everyone has to be in a relationship to be happy. Sometimes you can just have friends. That's great. True, like some can be just single prinkle and live their best lives. Yeah, let's go. We can be single if we want. My cell phone is draining, but I can still talk. Okay, that's cool. Can't wait to see the animatic. Yay, thank you. I have a character who, at the end of the story, she just pieces out like, yep, I'm gonna be an assassin now, and doesn't find love, but does end up adopting a bunch of kids. That's awesome. I love it when, like, characters will just, like, adopt a kid, basically. The found family. I think it's really cute. I think it can be really cute. I like that kind of more familial love. I like writing that kind, or friendly stuff. I don't know, it's just a lot of dynamics that you can work with, I think, in that sense. It's very ironic that I write a romance periodically, but I never been in a relationship. Yeah, pretty much. You just gotta learn from what you see, I guess. So, like, other shows, other books, and other people. You gotta learn to write from everywhere. You gotta get inspired from everything. I believe that is my life goal, minus the kids, plus the cat, and dogs. Yeah. You always gotta have a pet. Honestly, your life is better with a pet. I have a pet, and she's a dog, and she's adorable, and I love her. I love her so much. She can be a little stinker sometimes, but we love her all the same. And I know she loves us because sometimes when I'm gone, I'll come back and she'll be in my room just waiting on my bed for me, and it's so sweet, and I love her. I grew up with the 2012 and been a TMNT fan ever since. Leo's my favorite turtle. Yeah, I grew up with the '03 Turtles, so 2003, the one on 4Kids. I grew up with that, and then I went back and my dad had actually got me and my brother the '87 DVDs, or was it VHS tape? No, it was DVDs at this point. They had transferred it to DVD. So we watched that. I don't think we have the DVDs anymore. At least they don't work anymore. Unfortunate. I really need to go back and rewatch '87. But I grew up with '03. I went and watched '87, and then when 2012 came out, me and my brother were just fanboying over all the stuff. Like, they took it from this one, they took it from this one, and it was really cool. It was really cool to see it incorporating the two different shows. As a child, Mikey, no matter the version, was always my favorite turtle, but rewatching '03 and 2012 now, I think Leo is my favorite. I love the leader character development he has to go through. It I don't know, it just rings well with me. Though in Rise, Donnie is my favorite, I have to say. I'm sorry, he's the funniest and he's the most relatable to me, okay? Okay. Even though I'm not smart. Yeah. I love writing found family, especially if it's a bunch of characters who start dysfunctional but end up being a family over time. Yes, I love writing, like, when characters meet each other, how they react when they meet versus how they react, like, however long in the series later. It depends on how long you go for. It could be, like, just one day, or it could be, like, 6 months later. It can be really interesting to see that kind of stuff, and seeing the characters grow to like each other and then just grow to love each other in a platonic way and care for one another. I think that's really cute. I have at least 4 dogs and I refer to them as my pack. Yes, that is awesome. It's like when I play Minecraft, I get a dog and then I get another dog, and I eventually end up with just a giant horde of dogs. I hit a zombie and they all just go right after him and he just dies. It's awesome. I love all my dogs. I only have 1 dog in real life though, but she's so sweet. I don't know why, but I named my OC Stacely? Trying to pronounce that right. I hope I pronounced that right. Like Stacy, but with an L in it. That's cool. I like interesting names like that. Like, I may not be able to pronounce them, but I really like interesting names like that. It's so cool. I also grew up with 2012. Raph was always my favorite. The look of shock when I found that he's voiced by Sean Astin. I hope I pronounced that right too. Sam from Lord of the Rings. It was priceless. Let's go. I have 2 rabbits and they drive me insane. We have a 2-foot gate and keep them out of my bedroom. Yet Victoria keeps slide hopping while Monty just chills. That's awesome. My mom apparently, when she was growing up, had a pet rabbit and it hated everyone besides her mom, so my grandmother. And one time apparently the rabbit ate her homework. And she went to school with her homework just nibbled on, just like, my rabbit ate my homework. I just think that's a funny story. Monte Cristo, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, is such a cool name for a rabbit. Honestly, yeah, it is. Monty was Steph originally, till I found out he was a boy, so now I made up for it with a fancy name. Let's go. 2012 Raph is also Special Agent Oso? I don't know what that's from. Dang, I'm out of touch. I named my 4 wolves after the team tea in Minecraft. Even dyed their collars to match the bandana colors. It's just a little guy who I found as a puppy and was like, yep, you're mine now. Pretty much how it comes across whenever you find a wolf in Minecraft. You just find a wolf, give it a bone, you're mine now. And I will love you forever. And every time you hear them get hurt by a mob, you're just like, a part of you just dies. Just like, no, don't touch my dog. Just, what? No. The doggies. Oh, I love them so much. Yeah, was it recently when Minecraft added in the new dog breeds? Because I was playing Minecraft, and then I stumbled across a brown dog, and I was like, whoa, I've never seen one of these before. They must be, like, super, super rare. And then I started seeing them everywhere, and I was like, where are they coming from? And I guess it was a recent update or something that different biomes have different wolves. It's so cool. Special Agent also is from a kid show I used to watch. Now I can't unhear the voice help. Literally whenever you find out one voice actor is the same voice for some other character. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. When you hear just a voice actor so much and then you hear them in something else, it's just like, I cannot imagine them as whatever character anymore because I heard them as all of these characters and it's like, what am I doing? I don't know, man. It's like when I hear Tara Strong voice act in literally any show. She has so much range, but I've heard her in so many different roles, I just immediately recognize her now. It's like, what do I do? Help! It's so insane, man. Dang, my neck is starting to hurt. I was working hard today. I got winded so quickly. Honestly, for most of you guys, it'd be like, I mean, that's like normal work. And I'm just like, it messed me up. It messed me up because my body sucks. But yeah, it was nice. I got to hang out with some family, so that's cool. I got to see them. So many things, man. So many things. Oh, well, I guess, hang on. Stacey is Raph's rival, so they kind of always stare at each other with a look of rivalry. My OC Mary has a flute that can control fire and water, and has her mystic powers. And her mystic powers are controlling nature. That's really cool. That's cool. Yeah. Sorry, I'm trying to think of different things. That's really cool. I like the idea of, like, characters who at first really don't like each other, but then over time they're, like, best friends because they think the same way. I love that idea. Just, no, we don't like each other, and then they realize, wait, no, we're actually so similar. We have common enemies. We have the same rules that we follow. Let's go. We're now best friends forever. That's awesome. I love that. I also love the idea of controlling an element. My favorite element that I would love to control is plant. You could probably understand why. Yeah, like the guy who voiced Sonic voiced Leo as well, and now every movie I hear him, I die because now I'm just imagining Leo doing whatever Sonic is doing. Yo, yeah, Ben Schwartz. He voiced Sonic, and then you hear all the other Sonics, and you're just like, wait, what? And then you hear Leo, and it's like, my brain is hurting, but it's awesome at the same time. That's what I felt like when I found out that Rob Paulson basically voiced most of the characters from my childhood. He was the OG Raph in 2012 Donnie, but he's also Carl from Jimmy Neutron. It's so crazy, man. Wait, he voiced Carl? Yes, oh my gosh. My OC looks up to Leo, every version. They bicker and argue, but they are very protective of each other and their family. That's really sweet. I really like that. I think in most of, if not all the versions, if I hypothetically include Renaissance in them, she would all look up to that version of Leo, I think. Though, it would probably be for different reasons. Like, for most iterations, it would be like she recognizes him as a good leader and respects him for that. Also, likes that he's a good big brother. But in Rise, because it is so different, I think Renaissance would look up to Leo in the sense that she really wants to be really cool, charismatic, and open like him, but she doesn't know how. Yeah, I also think that in Rise, Leo would see a lot of himself in Renaissance, but he just knows how to, like, overcome or at least cover up his stuff with his faceman persona. So he sympathizes a lot with her, I think. Yeah, they can be each other's voice of reasons or biggest rival. Lol. Yeah. There's a lot of cool, interesting character dynamics you can do by adding in an OC. That'd be really cool, I think. You could, like, because the characters could act in character or maybe at first act a little out of character depending on how you want to look at their relationship. And by quote unquote out of character, like it seems to be out of character, but it actually is in character when you think about it. That kind of thing. I hope that makes sense. Eluded. Hi. Hello. When I sent a photo of Stacey, my group, and my friend Alice thought Stacey was a boy. Yo, when I was designing my Rise villain AU, both my parents thought that my design for Donnie is like, he looks like a girl, and I was like, no. But then I thought of a running gag that I could make if I made an actual fanfic where that just like everyone thinks that he's a girl, or at least they make girl jokes about him. I think that would be really funny. Honestly, in the hero villain AU, in that villain AU I have, if any of you have seen Dragon Ball Z Abridged, Leo and Donnie, or 2 and 3 as they're named in that one, would be a lot like androids 17 and 18. I think that would be their dynamic, pretty much. Just pure chaos, but also still siblings, still twins, that kind of thing, making fun of each other, but still sticking together. What's your favorite episode from each version of Team and Team? My favorite episode from 2012 is the episode about Raph's fear of roaches. I'm not sure about 03, I haven't watched it in a while. I can't really make a comment about 87 in particular because I haven't seen it since I was a kid, and I don't remember much of it. 03, I rewatched that. What was a good episode that I really liked? Because there were, like, a bunch of different good episodes. Bishop's introduction episode was crazy. He is such a good villain. He intimidates me more than he does Shredder in that series, honestly. His introduction episodes, the episode where, like, Donnie got double mutated was a good episode. There were a lot of good episodes. It's really hard to just choose one. Also, of course, season 5, they turn into dragons. That was awesome. That was so awesome. I haven't seen the 6th or 7th season, though, so I can't comment on if I liked an episode from there or not. 2012, that was really... I haven't actually finished the series. I'm in, like, season 3, I think. An episode that I liked the best so far. Dang. Again, there were a lot of good episodes. I think it's season 1. I like the episode where, like, Leo and Karai are getting to know each other, and they have a really interesting dynamic. Unfortunately, the reveal later when it turns out that they're actually technically siblings, it kind of, like, ruins the relationship and the dynamic that they were building up, unfortunately. But it's really complicated, okay? It's complicated. It's complicated feelings. I do think that their dynamic is really cool, though, in that show. In Rise, favorite episode. Dang, favorite episode. Is it a cop out to say the movie? Is it a cop out to say the movie is my favorite episode? Because it was really good, guys. It was really good. I don't know, man. Besides that, I like to... It's not my favorite episode, but I like to rewatch the Gumbus Mrs. Cuddles episode. I think that one was probably like a Halloween episode. That one was really fun. I'm not able to really go back and rewatch season 2 episodes whenever I like, since it's on a different streaming platform I don't have on my tablet or iPhone. So, unfortunate. I do like the one, I forget the name of the episode, but when they eat the pizza puffs and they get poisoned, that one was a fun episode. I think part of it was like, not ad-libbed, but just like that kind of thing for part of it, and it's still really funny. Let's see. Now I'm split between Donnie and Leo, and which one Ren takes after most. Yeah, because she takes after Leo and Donnie in different ways, I think. Because Leo kind of has his inferiority complex, and it translates more into anxiety from Renaissance. But then Renaissance is on the autism spectrum and can relate to a lot of what Donnie has and deals with. Just also slightly different too, because not every bit of autism is the same. So there is differences between them as well. Like Donnie is low empathy and Renaissance is actually higher empathy. That kind of thing. Let me see. I also haven't seen the OG TMNT or Rise. Dang. Rise, if you have Netflix, the first season's on there, man. You gotta watch it. It's really fun. What do Ren look like after fighting the Krang? I think she mostly is the same. I have this idea that she kind of gets grabbed around the throat by a Krang tentacle, and so that can like affect her voice for a little while. But besides that, she's mostly unscathed. I do like the idea of the turtles having a recovery arc where they are trying to heal back from their wounds and don't just like walk it off like how they do in the movie. I don't know, I live for the angst. Okay, I live for the angst. I actually, you know those like subgenre of fanfics where the turtles, right after they fight the Krang, travel to another dimension, usually 2012 but sometimes 03, and they're feral and they're looking after each other after they have suffered great wounds. I imagined that, but like with Renaissance as well. She's like the most okay, just her voice doesn't really work that well. I don't know, I'd have to look into that more, but it's an idea I had. Let's see. Now I'm just imagining Tony shouting, "I'm not a girl." Yeah, pretty much. Just a lot of girl jokes for some reason in my villain AU. Dang. I think it'd be funny, though. I think it'd be funny. And Leo sniggering with Raph, who's trying not to laugh. Yep. The amount of times I thought Bishop was dead, but he wasn't, was insane. I was like, do you not die? Literally, he got stabbed by a hook. He got hooked by a hook. And then he not only got himself off the hook, got away, and then climbed up a ladder to get away even more. I'm just like, bro, you got stabbed by a hook all the way through. It went through the back of your coat. My mom was actually watching that scene and her eyes went wide. She was just like, dang, they actually did that. Yeah, lol. I put up a little bit of Mitsuri and Shinobu's personality into Stacey. For some reason, when I imagine, like, future Renaissance, I don't know why I want to, but, like, I imagine a lot of Mitsuri in future Renaissance, which would not make sense for her character at all. So I'm not gonna write it that way, but for some reason I see it. Or at least I'm imagining it, and I don't know why. Maybe it's just because I like Mitsuri. The audio of Raph shouting, "Stop eating the poison!" lives rent free in my head. Yeah, I actually had an idea for what Renaissance would do in that episode, honestly. I was like, okay, what mystic poison sickness could I give her? And I was like, oh, what if it makes her, like, float? You know, like in the first Despicable Me movie when it drinks like a levitation potion and the minion is just like flies away. Basically that, and she's like terrified to step outside thinking that she's gonna fly away, and they like weight her down with like heavy boots or something, and she's still like super panicked about stepping outside or getting outside of the turtle tank. I think that'd be really funny. Oh, you gotta go, I'm sorry. I'm happy to be here and chat with you, Ren, and keep up the amazing work. Thank you, Savannah. That's really sweet. Thank you. Man. I gotta stretch. Same here. It's like 3 a.m. for me. I should sleep. Oh, sorry about that. I try to, pick late in the day so that way, like, everyone, I guess, is school out? For the summer by now? I think it is. I could probably pick earlier in the day so it wouldn't be late at night for other people in the world. I could try to do that. I'll have to think about a date/time and see to do a live stream for next week, hopefully next week. That'd be fun. I can imagine Ren being tied to someone like a balloon. Yeah. I don't know, that was the idea I came up with, and I just loved the visual of just her, like, trying to swim in the air. And just being super paranoid about stepping outside, thinking she's gonna fly away. I'm not sure how Raph would react to her eating the poison too, because I imagine he'd want her to try to like do stuff on her own as well, but also being the baby sister, he would be like struggling to like force her to do something she's very clearly afraid of. So I'm not sure how he would totally react in the episode. Would he act the same as he did for the other brothers? Would he act differently? I'm not sure. Honestly, it's weird. It's fine, I enjoy listening to your live streams when I'm late at night studying. Bro, I cannot study late at night. I have a bedtime. I go to bed at 11 and I fall asleep by 12. And it doesn't matter if I have like a bajillion things I need to do tomorrow, that is when I go to bed. Let's see. The part of Mitsuri's personality in Stacey, paranormal strength, loves to eat. The part of Shinobu's personality in Stacey uses poison, small, smiles. Relaxed Stacey uses poisons for paralysis. That's okay. That's cool. I like the idea of poisons and that kind of thing. For future Renaissance, I came up with the idea that she starts to study potions, and she'll use that for weapons to fight against the Krang specifically, because it's the bad future timeline. So I like the idea of her getting a little more. What am I trying to say? Knowing more things, expanding her horizons, I guess, into other forms of weaponry. She still works with her bow gun, but she has other things added onto it. So that'd be really cool. I also imagine her at that point getting pretty strong too. I mean, honestly, in the future they all get pretty strong in my version. Won't be chatting for a bit. I'm gonna make pizza, funnily enough. Nice. Go make pizza. Pizza's awesome. I honestly don't know how long this live stream is gonna go on for. I'm just kind of chatting with you guys. just chilling, hanging out, having fun, talking about stuff. Yeah. Bang. So yeah. Future Renaissance, I got her so that she starts working with some throwing knives, ninja throwing knives. She'll make potions and like to have like bombs or have different mystical effects like freezing or melting or that kind of thing. And then she'd also include it into her bows, bullets and like weaponry, so it can also have mystic stuff going on there. A little stronger, a little more powerful. I also gave her armored boots in the future. You know that gag from Black Panther where his sister is showing off the new Black Panther suits and he hits it and then he hits it again and she films and it makes him fly back? I have a gag similar to that in my head where they have armored boots. Before she puts them on, she tries to hit Raph, and it's just kind of like, yeah, it doesn't do much. And then she puts on the boots, and Donnie starts recording, and Raph's like, why are you recording? He's like, for science, studying. And then she hits Raph with the boots, and he goes flying, and is like, yep, that's what I designed them for. Something like that, I think. So they could, like, make her kick harder, jump higher, that kind of thing. Let's see. Everything where they meet my Ninja Turtle see Mary. They meet her 2 days after the fight against the sweater, and Mikey, he decides, hey, why don't we adopt her? I see Mary is 14. That's so cute. That's awesome. I like it when people write in new OCs for like later in the show / after the movie. In my AU though, Renaissance has always been there, so it's a different dynamic than how it would be if I had included her later in the series. Because they already know her, they grew up with her, and it's just different. It's a little different. It's just interesting to reimagine her in the show and how that would affect plots and stories and that kind of thing. Stacey may be cute, but never irritate her. Ooh, is she like Mikey in that version where like super nice most of the time, but if you do something to make him mad, oh, you better watch out, cause he gets mad. Dr. Delicate Touch. I like those kind of gags where just like the character is usually really sweet, really really nice, but if you get on their nerves, dang, you better watch out. You better watch out, boy. Yeah, Renaissance is not that though. She's pretty timid, pretty non-confrontational. Doesn't like to make people mad or anything like that. Try to make her relatable without making her too corny, I guess. But it's kind of difficult to balance. I'm not sure if hopefully I'm doing it well. Hopefully you guys like her. I mean, I made it to 10,000 subscribers, so hopefully most of you like her. We're back, waiting for the oven to heat up, so in a few minutes. Nice! I'm normally alone, you're back, welcome. I am almost out of tea now. Sorry, I gotta stretch. Man, I wish my stream was working better. It'd be nice to have like a not a frozen image there. At least I got the chat on screen, so that's nice. I have to figure it out, work out the bugs over however long I'm gonna do this for. Oh, I also had an idea for a stream if I am able to connect to other stuff and like do reactions. Because FNAF is approaching its 10th anniversary, I was thinking, like, wouldn't it be funny or wouldn't it be cool if I like binge watched all of MatPat's theory videos from the very first one to what it's at now, and I just do that for however many streams it will take. I'd have to figure out how to set up the screen for that, but would you guys be interested in that? I'm curious, because that would take a while probably, but I think it would be really fun and really interesting to look back on FNAF, because that was one of my hyperfixations. It was like my hyperfixation for a long time, honestly. And then Rise came around, and now that's my hyperfixation currently. My cat is trying to guilt me and letting her outside, and she hates the water. It's gonna come in and out in 0.1 seconds. Yo. Animals can be crazy like that. One time I had to let out the dog because she wanted outside, and she really wanted to go outside. Then she got out, and it was raining, and she kind of just stopped. She looked back. You could tell that she was questioning her life choices at that point. I haven't really thought about my OCs meeting the TMNT. I don't like to pick favorites, but Ari is probably most developed. I think I've mentioned him before. I think you mentioned him before. I think so, in the previous stream. I'd probably have to get a refresher. He's blind, just things with Morse code. I feel like he and Donnie would get along kind of well. I think that would work out really well for them. I think that'd be really cool. Yeah, I try to imagine, like, Renaissance and the different dynamics between her brothers. I like to think that she likes to learn a lot from Donnie. Most of it goes over her head, but I think he likes her company, and she'll listen to, like, all of his ramblings and at least try to keep up. Should be really impressed by all the stuff he makes, and should be a quiet observer, so not like messing around with stuff randomly like the rest of their brothers would. So like he would imagine her as a good lab partner. Yeah. Then of course we got the oldest brother, youngest sister dynamic between Raph and Renaissance. I think they'd be really cute. A lot of big brother pat and protect her kind of energy. And she'd just like be totally, she'd treat him like a jungle gym. You know how most kids treat tall people like a jungle gym? Kind of like that. But she'd feel really safe with him too, because he's so big and he's so nice. I feel like Ren would listen to Donnie while he's rambling, like, I have no idea what you're talking about, but I like being here. Yeah, pretty much. She tries to keep up, and she does try to learn, and I think that she would definitely pick up stuff from Donnie, but a lot of it would still go over her head. About them equally, so she's not like, I have a favorite brother. No, she loves them all. Just, I guess, slightly aggressively, because it also affects him a lot, and he's trying to prove himself, and he wants Renaissance to prove herself, and he's trying to like get her on board with that, and she's just kind of like not as much, but they still have a lot of fun together. They're also the closest in age and height, so you know they got that energy going on. They're also very artsy. I like, because I'm an artist, and so I think Renaissance would at least be a little bit of an artist too, so have fun drawing with Mikey and that kind of thing, having fun art days, going painting stuff. I think that'd be fun. And then Leo and Ren would have fun just doing random stuff, playing video games together. I imagine, like, as they're growing up and they're kids, Leo would be the most open to, like, doing girl playing with her, so, like, playing Tea Party or whatever. Like, the other brothers would do it too, but he would be, like, the brother she would do it with the most. I think that'd be really fun and really cute. And of course, there would be Leo trying to coax her out of her shell in his own way. He understands a little more where she's coming from than Mikey does, so he tries to be a little bit gentler with her in that sense. Because Leo has that arrogant persona, but I think with Renaissance, he would, like, it would kind of, it would bring out a less selfish side of Leo, I think. My internet hates me, trying to kick me off. Bro, apparently my tech right now hates me because it doesn't want me to stream correctly. It won't let my model work. I did something. Renaissance. I'm so sorry, guys. Don't get hurt. Stay. No, Renai. You're just a baby. Looks at Millie. But you, Millie. Mercy, sis. So cute. So cute. You know, honestly, if you guys wanted to even write your own fanfiction with Renaissance, I think that'd be really cool. If you guys did that, if you came up with something and you wrote it down, I'd love to see what you guys come up with. And I shouldn't get on to you if she's, like, acting too out of character, because if you're writing a story with her, then that's fine. As long as you, like, give credit to me, like, say, hey, this is a character that Ren is Random came up with, then you could totally write something with her in it if you wanted to. I think that'd be really fun. I'd love to read over your stuff. So, I guess that's my invitation to say, go children, go be creative, write your things. Yeah. Man, I'm out of tea now. It was a good day. It was a busy day, but it was a good day. I like being able to wind down and just talk with you guys. I'm not used to talking this much, though. My voice is starting to hurt a little bit. I feel like Leo would cause drama during tea parties with Ren, but in a playful drama queen kind of way. Yeah, definitely. I can see that. He would tease her, but in a very much, we all know that it's just a joke and it's not meant to be taken seriously way. It would be very heavily like, don't take it seriously. Because in some cases, I think she could take a comment that wasn't intended to be harmful to Heart, so Leo has to be overly like, we all know it's not serious, it definitely does not apply to you actually, blah blah blah, that kind of thing. So, very obviously, it's okay, it's fine. So she would be okay with that. Your phone is draining, bye. Be back when the phone charges. Okay. It's okay. I don't know how long the stream is gonna go on for, honestly. How long has it been going on for? Dang. Has it been almost 2 hours? It's close to 2 hours, I think. I started after 5. Dang, it's been great hanging out with you guys, dang. I would love to be able to be like a legitimate live streamer though, like a VTuber, just do actual streams, have an actual model, have cool music in the background, doing fun things, reacting to videos. That'd be really fun. I'd like to do that. I just don't know how, and I don't have a budget. So, I'm gonna do weekly live streams. I almost didn't do this one because I was just so freaking tired today. I'm gonna try to keep up with a weekly live stream though. I think it'd be fun to just chat with you guys, hang out, throw around ideas. You only got here about half an hour ago, but just vibing right now. Yeah, we're all just vibing, just chilling, hanging out. sorry, I gotta stretch. Ah, today was a long day, but it was a good day. I got to eat funnel cake fries. You ever heard of those? It's like funnel cake, but they make it into like the shape of fries, and then you can just eat it like fries, but with powdered sugar and not ketchup, because why would you do that to a funnel cake? But it's so good, man. It's so unhealthy, but it's so good. Yeah. Anybody else got comments? Gotta chill with me for a while, or we... I was just outside, but I ran into a wasp and basically act the same way Raph does around roaches. Literally me. I'm pretty sure I'm allergic to anything that stings or bites, so anytime I see a wasp or a bee or whatever, I'm just like, nope, 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 get away, get away, get away. When it's a bug, though, that doesn't bite or sting, I'm usually pretty okay. I'm just like, I'll just get either paper towel or some Raid. We have a running joke in my family that whenever we get some Raid spray, we call it Raid Shadow Legends. And it's just like, hey, can you get the Raid Shadow Legends to get this wasp? It's just like, yeah, and we just go, psh, and we kill it. We kill the wasp. Heard of funnel cake fries, but never had them though. They're pretty good. If you like funnel cake, you'll probably like the funnel cake fries. You can get them at some bars. I'm not exactly sure, like, of course, what all restaurants offer, but I've seen them a lot at bars recently. So maybe if you go to a bar, that maybe they'll have some. I don't know. Maybe. They're good. They're fun. They're funnel cake fries. Dumb joke. So how your guys' days been? Cause I'm just chilling. I feel like I've said that like a billion times, but that's just what we're doing. Honestly, the comments are kind of phasing out by now. If you guys are tired or something, I can end the stream since we were just chatting anyway. But yeah, if we don't get like another comment in the next couple minutes, then I'll probably just end the stream. I had funnel cake fries at a festival before. It was fun. It's also like, if I ate 2 of these, I get diabetes. Yo. Dang. Man, I love to go to the fair like that one time a year and get funnel cake. Funnel cake is so good, man. It's so unhealthy, but it's so good. I love sweet stuff like that. I also love bread, so you know, kind of works out. Oh, your day was good. That's good. That's good. Glad you had a good day. I hope that just chilling with you guys here, everyone at least made your day a little bit nicer. That kind of thing. I hope so. I hope to keep doing live streams. I hope to keep improving live streams. I'm kind of just learning on my own as I go, so we'll have to figure this out together. I may just have to do a stream where I literally am working on the code or whatever the whole time. I'll have to figure that out. But yeah. I'm talking up most of the chat. I just feel the need to fill silence. Sorry if that's bothersome. Nah, since there's not a lot of people commenting anymore, and the hour's coming to an end, honestly, I think that'd be a good time to end the stream here. Unless someone wants to do something crazy in the chat, I guess. If anyone has not subscribed yet, hit the subscribe. Maybe it'll show up on the screen and we can see if it works. It hasn't happened yet, so I can't tell if someone just hasn't subscribed in that time or if it just doesn't work. I don't know. But yeah, it's probably a good time to end the stream. We were chatting for a while. Hopefully I can see you guys next week and I can improve the live stream settings. And I can, live stream anyway. I don't know what I'm doing next Friday, so we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. So yeah, I guess I'll end the stream here. Thanks for chatting with me, guys. This was really fun. It's just nice to hang out with you. I'll try to figure out how to do streaming better next time. Hopefully it'll work. I don't know. But yeah, until next time, I'll see you guys. Bye.